I adulted and went to the grocery store today. So naturally I'm gonna film a 30-minute video about what I got. In today's video, we are going to dive into what I actually eat. A lot of people have questions about my diet, specifically because I am a vegan and specifically because I have found that diet impacts my acne. I am currently breaking out, and when I kind of assess what I picked up, I can kind of tell why. I want you to remember that just because something is vegan doesn't always mean it's healthy. So I hit up Trader Joe's and I hit up Safeway, and I actually have an issue with Trader Joe's that I'd like to talk about. But this is going to be uncut, it's going to be raw, unedited, and we are going to get into the things that your girl eats. Let's start with Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's is an amazing grocery store because I feel like they have competitive prices and they have really good stuff. But something I've been realizing recently is that everything they have is like overpackaged. Like, do we need to package our spinach and our broccoli like this? If you wanted to buy like in bulk, you can't. And that's the one thing I don't like. I try to eat a salad at least every single day, or at least have some spinach and some greens. Spinach does have protein, it has some calcium. I know that it can produce some oxalates in the body if you eat too many. I know that's really nerdy, but essentially eat your greens, they're healthy for you, but if you eat way too many, it can actually be a bad thing. And that goes with anything. I want you to remember everything in moderation. So here's some baby greens, and here is some broccoli. I really love to put oil and then not tofu, yeah, tofu, oil and soy sauce on top of this, and you can just put it on the frying pan for 5 minutes. Delicious. Mushrooms, a really high source of vitamin D. Did you know that mushrooms actually absorb UV light as well? And that's how they create their vitamin D, I believe. I should double check that, but mushrooms are healthy for you, and they do have lots of other nutrients. I like to stick this into hummus. I have some hummus in the fridge, so all is well. These are my favorite, but I'm also pissed off at them. So again, I'm someone who lives a life that's very on the go. I have multiple places that I stay, and I've been talking about this a lot recently, but I guess I don't really feel like I fit in certain places. I've been having an identity struggle, man. All my life, I've never really felt like I fit in. I was a nerd, but didn't hang out with the nerds. I could never be the popular girl. I had acne. I didn't feel like I fit into American culture. But then the languages that I speak, Spanish and Punjabi, I also never felt like I'm a part of that culture, even though other people accepted me into it. Where was I going with this emotional ramble? It was somewhere important. But it ends with me holding a salad. So I really love these salads, but I'm pissed off because they have a lot of packaging. And I'm an on-the-go person because I never feel like I fit in anywhere. I disperse myself a lot. And I would package these at home and make my own salads, but the problem is that I have to take home the stuff, and sometimes it rots or it molds. My car has had more mold than my bacterial lab, the corner there. So this is something that I eat. I'm ashamed that it does have so much plastic, but I don't really know what else to do about it. I do recycle these because they are recyclable since they're a hard plastic, but I really like having everything packaged like this. And I wish that I could come to a place in my life where I can package these salads at home so I don't have to rely on the pre-bought ones, and then it would save me money and it would save the environment. And then, I could just take my Tupperware with me and take it home and wash it. But again, not knowing if I'm gonna be on a plane, not knowing if I have a class, not knowing if I have to go to a friend's house, not knowing if this Tupperware is going to sit in the back of my car and rot and mold, it's not really feasible. So if anyone has suggestions, please tell me. Next, these two items go together. This is celery and this is sunflower seed butter. I love these together. They are so delicious, a really healthy source of fats. This has a lot of delicious fiber for your body. It makes your booty go. So if you're clogged up, eat some celery. But it is delicious if you put some sunflower butter. Sunflower butter also has a lot of great nutrients, specifically potassium. 180 milligrams, that's actually only 5% of your daily recommended value, it says here. But it does have a lot of trace minerals, and when I look at my nutrition on like Chronometer or something, sunflower seed butter, if I don't eat it, I don't always max those nutrition levels out at 100%. Chronometer is kind of like a nutrient tracker. At least that's what I try to use it as. It can be problematic but it's what I use to track my nutrients. And if I notice that I'm chronically low on something, I try to find foods to build that up. Next, these are two of my favorites. This is garbanzo beans. I make cholet with this. So good. You can put garbanzo beans on everything. You can put them in salads, like whatever you want. Chickpeas, garbanzo beans, just add them. This is also Cuban style black beans. I really love them because they have other things mixed in there. They've got green bell peppers, onions, garlic puree, sea salt, spices, and vinegar. So it's really great because if you're a busy hoe and you've been hoeing all day and life is hard and you're just hungry AF, you could literally just crack this open, throw it on a tortilla, and put some vegan cheese and guacamole on there, and you're done. And you don't have to cook the beans, and you don't have to like sit there chopping onions and crying for 10 minutes. So this is one of my favorite go-to meals. I usually have a bunch of these stacked up in the pantry, but I needed some. This is also what I got from Trader Joe's, raw Brazil nuts. If I have an option to eat a food instead of taking a supplement, that's what I want to do. Again, on Chronometer, I noticed that my selenium levels were not always the highest. I don't think that it's a negative thing, but for about 6 months to a year now, I've been eating Brazil nuts. And the reason why is because I actually eat these as a selenium supplement. These contain selenium. They are a nut from Brazil. I would assume they might be from Peru. Product of Bolivia, Brazil, and Peru. Wow. I don't know why they call them Brazil nuts, but they're really good. They're really crunchy, really creamy actually, and you can just eat 1 or 2 of these and it pretty much maxes you out on selenium, depending on your lifestyle needs. So for me, if I could eat this as a supplement instead of popping an actual pill, I'm gonna choose this. So that's what I do. Next, let's dig into some of these goodies from Safeway. This is probably why I'm breaking out. So again, this is vegan. It's quote unquote better for you because it does have better nutrients, but at the same time, this is a breaded tofu chicken wing. So it's still highly processed, and I have found that foods that contain a lot of salt, foods that are more processed or that come out of a package instead of looking like they came out of the dirt, tend to do slightly more damaging things to my skin. And especially recently with my body acne breakouts, I think it's been a combination of stress. I'm emotionally stressed out by this, not because of the acne, but because of the emotional significance that it's got on me. It's got like a hold on me. And then also it's getting to be summer. I'm sweating more. And I honestly think that the sweat and like having that stuck on my back is a really bad thing. I can't do my skincare and like reach back here as much as I do my face. I do my face like a religion, but back here it's a little tough. So I've been eating these, long story short. This is actually one of my favorite little hacks. If you are pressed on time or if you are a busy hoe, these are from Gardein. They are so good. I still think that the Beyond Meat brand is better, but these are from Gardein. They are chicken teriyaki strips, and they are just like chicken. I feed them to my brother. He doesn't know that they're vegan, and then I tell him, and then he won't eat my cooking anymore. But they're super delicious. They're pretty comparable to meat, and they actually come with a little seasoning packet in there. And this is your soggy example of frozen vegetables. These are a California blend, so you have some cruciferous vegetables in there. You've got your carrots, your beta carotene, whole bunch of nutrients. Take 1, open, put in pan. Take 2, open, put in pan. Take sauce packet, open, put in pan. Let sizzle and burn for 5 minutes. Happily consume. One of my favorite adulting life hacks because it's so simple, so delicious. You can throw a potato on there, you can put rice on there, and you're done. I know this might be a lot of food for some people, but this is a meal for me. I might need 2 of these. Depends. I'll put some garbanzo beans on there too. Look at that. A perfect meal. Those are some of my favorites. Another one from Gardein that I love are the meatballs, and the reason that I love the meatballs is because your girl's about to make some spaghetti. Ready? Are you ready for this? We have another bag over here. Oh, you thought it was done, huh? Nope. Oh. No one. Absolutely no one. Cassandra. I bought groceries. Does anybody recognize these? These are another one of my absolute favorite foods. This is called Banza pasta. A lot of people avoid wheat because they're afraid of gluten, or they're afraid of the carbohydrates, or they don't like the way wheat is processed. For me, when I had my severe stomach swelling and when my stomach bloated up to the point that I looked like I was pregnant, the doctor told me to go on a gluten-free diet. I don't know if I actually needed a gluten-free diet. I do not believe I have celiac disease. I do not believe that I am fully gluten intolerant, but I do have a low thyroid, hypothyroidism, so that is not a good thing. It's not past the clinical level, but it's not optimal. It's like right on the border. I think it's like 0.8 or 0.9. Which is literally at the border. So my thyroid ain't good, and the reason that gluten can impact thyroid is because gluten is a protein. It's a protein, don't be afraid of it, but it is a protein and it can mimic some of the thyroid hormones, and it can bind in a specific way that could cause issues. So again, not something to be afraid of, just something to keep in mind. And if you've been struggling or suffering, it's something to look into or to talk to a care provider about. But this is where Banza pasta comes in for me. Banza pasta is literally spaghetti pasta made from chickpeas. Again, these guys, they turned them into this. Isn't that cool? So this is spaghetti, and it has a whole bunch of protein. Oh, sorry, broccoli. Has a whole bunch of protein. It has a really good amount of healthy carbohydrates. It has a really good amount of fiber, and it's delicious, and it actually tastes like pasta. It doesn't taste like cardboard, which is amazing. So along with this, what I like to do is pop this onto it. This is pasta sauce, and then I put some meatballs on there. Oh yeah, these are Gardein meatballs. They're ready in 8 minutes. You can make them ready in 2, depending on how hot your microwave is. And again, adulting hack. Put in water. Put on plate. Heat, drain water, mix, consume. Done. So simple, so easy. One of my favorites. This is also probably not that healthy for me. If I was like a culinary chef, I would just make my own pasta sauce, but your girl ain't that sophisticated. I'd rather be doing OChem, to be honest, than cooking. I don't know. I like cooking raw foods because I can't burn them. Anything else, I just don't have the patience for. Yet I love chemistry. What the F? Okay, so this has tomato juice, sugar, olive oil. It's got a lot of processed and dehydrated things. Dehydrated nutrients aren't that bad for you, but isn't ideal. But you know what? Your girl has been consuming it, and that's where my life has been. Oh, another guilty pleasure. So you can see, like, my life isn't perfect. I don't eat like a saint. This is chocolate coffee. It's made with almond milk, and the packaging is recyclable, but it is literally chocolate coffee, like with sugar. That's all I can say about that. It's not good for you. Next, these are bananas. Bananas are wonderful. They have some vitamins, nutrients. I like to freeze these, and then I put them in a smoothie. I know some people eat this amount of bananas in an entire day. I am sorry, I am not an ape. I'll eat a banana a day, and that's about it, max. But I freeze them, and they actually get sweeter when you freeze them, so I love doing that. Asparagus. Asparagus is delicious, and it can make your pee smell funny. Actually, fun fact, asparagus makes everybody's pee smell funny, but some people have a genetic variation that doesn't allow them to smell it. Next time you eat asparagus, just be like, is this a beauty channel? What am I? What is this? Anyways, asparagus is delicious. Again, just like the broccoli, soy sauce, garlic, whatever you want. Just fry it up, and it is tasty. Next, this is again where I feel guilty. I bought 3 of these because they're on sale. Where'd you go? These are the pre-packaged cut fruits. Again, am I so lazy and privileged that I can't chop up my own goddamn fruit? I don't know. This could be a snack, this could be breakfast, this could be dessert, this could be whatever you want it to be. Fruits are healthy, they are high in sugar, but again, it is fructose, just keep that in mind. And when they're bound to antioxidants and fiber, they don't raise your blood sugar the way that processed sugar does, because they go through a different metabolic pathway in your body. Liver, but I just want to keep that, I want to put that out there, and I want you to keep that in mind. I am also a very active person, so my body can handle a bit more sugar rather than somebody who's maybe more sedentary. So again, my diet is not holy, obviously. I've got vegan mac and cheese, but I just wanted to share some insight so that I don't know, maybe we can have a discussion about what you eat and get to the bottom of my acne breakouts. Anyways, dragon fruit is in this one. Again, I feel so bad about the packaging, but I honestly don't know what else to do. And if I were to buy all of these separately and cut them up as one person, I could not, or I would not, finish all of the fruits before they rotted and went bad. I don't know. If anyone has a solution, please share it with me. Oh, these are really good too. This is another pasta alternative if you don't want to do gluten or if you just prefer not to. These are tofu shirataki noodles. Shirataki. They're spaghetti-shaped noodle substitutes. I believe that they're made out of potato. Soybeans and yam flour with some calcium hydroxide. Again, that's really great because it gives us some calcium in here as well. These are really great for those veggie stir fries. Again, if you just want to add this Gardein tofu-y chicken stuff and just put it in some veggies and then put this on your plate. It is really good. And it takes 2 minutes. I found another banana and this is some vanilla extract. I believe that this one has alcohol in it. Yeah, it's organic alcohol, but it's still alcohol. They always put vanilla in alcohol. There are some that you can get pure, but it's actually very difficult to do so. This makes a great smoothie, along with my favorite protein powder and a couple of other ingredients. Let me know if you want my smoothie recipes. This, by the way, is probably why I'm breaking out. This definitely has gluten. This has some of the most processed rubber cheese that you will ever fucking find. Sorry for swearing, but this is probably a typical dinner at least one night a week. Probably why I've been breaking out. Like, this is not a health food. This is junk food. But mac and cheese is like the one non-vegan food that I still miss. And this curbs that. Yeah, we've got tapioca starch, which isn't bad, but we have some pressed canola oil, sea salt, natural flavors, whatever that means. Yeah. Oh, it is brown rice pasta. Oh, it is gluten-free. It's gluten-free. I didn't even know that. No wonder it doesn't make my stomach hurt and doesn't make me shit my brains out. Gluten will do that. And that's how I have deducted that I am semi-intolerant or at least sensitive as opposed to actually intolerant. Cubed tofu. Again, how are you supposed to recycle this? I don't know. It's nice because it's pre-cubed and apparently I live for convenience. Kite Hill. This is the best cream cheese you will ever find. It tastes better than the regular. It is so delicious. I cannot recommend this enough. It isn't that healthy for you. I mean, it's made of almonds. Take that as you will. But it is a slightly more processed food. It's almond milk, salt, chives, enzymes, xanthan gum, guar gum, white pepper, lactic acid, and cultures, but it is vegan. I mean, it's not as bad as it could be, but if you eat an entire thing in one sitting, like I do, it's probably not that good for you. More tofu, more frozenies, and you can, again, just pop these into different things and make yourself a dinner. So now that I'm sitting in a pile of all of my own food, I want to direct you to where you can see me eating these things. No, not a mukbang, a related video. Do we want mukbangs? And are they fun because you get to see what people eat, or are they fun because we actually like the sound of someone slurping and chewing? God, I would not be able to edit a mukbang. I don't know if I could do one of those. But if you want to see what I eat, you can watch a video here. And if you want to see 3 of the foods that might be related to acne or actually are, as proven by science, but I'm going to say might so I don't offend people, you can watch that here. What I eat here, acne and food here. I hope you enjoy, and I hope you liked this. I'll see you beautiful butterflies in the next video. Okay, bye.